Welcome to Wednesday Web Chat. This is Carl Lewis, your host from Vision 33. Today, our topic is going to be, one more time, we're going to be looking at SAP version 10, some of the new features and functions, and today we're going to be discussing some of the new things that have been added as conveniences and enhancements to sales, purchasing, and service. So what's new in SAP Business One as it relates to sales, purchasing, and service? Today, we're going to be taking a look at some of those things, and we'll even see a very brief demo as we close today. So one of the things that's been added is some enhancements to the Backorder report. The Backorder report now displays some different things, in particular the AR reserve invoices and their payment status, whether they're fully paid, partially paid, or not paid at all, and reserve invoice payment status is included within the filter table also, so that you can filter out by that status if you want to, or filter in, as it were. The benefit, of course, being that now all reserve invoices are visible within the Backorder report, and previously they were not. I don't have a lot of people that I know that use the reserve invoice, but for those that do, this is a great new feature enhancement. There's also the ability to print service calls and contracts, which we did not have previously, and some controlling functionalities that really make it better also. So print preferences are now available for both service calls and service contracts. And the document printing controls include service calls and service contract, allowing for the bulk processing of those documents and their distribution. So the benefits being that there are preference settings on service calls and service contracts, of course, that we didn't have before for printing and emailing, and allowing easy distribution in bulk of those things. So that bulk processing capability is really important for those who are engaged in service industries and service calls and the like. A feature that's been asked for as long as I can remember, and I've been doing this with SAP Business One about 17 years, is the ability to hide blank lines in addresses. So there's a new checkbox within the address format setup window, whereby you can allow the hiding of empty address lines. So, and when it's selected, both ship to and bill to addresses in all future marketing documents, they appear without empty lines. So this setting also applies to print layouts for marketing documents defined in Crystal reports. So empty lines in addresses will also be hidden in the print documents as well. So again, the benefit, really enhanced formatting of the printed, previewed, or PDF document, easier readability for users within marketing document forms, especially when addresses and their formats consist of multiple components. One of the nice new features is sort of some extended functionality on the add button, right? So the add button in sales and purchasing documents and their creation is definitely enhanced. Additionally to this previous common behavior, so after creating and adding a document, the window just closes and a new window opens. The following options are now available so that you can add and create a new document. You can add and view the document you were working on, and you can add and close, just give me a blank screen. So, and also the user's last choice will be remembered for the given document for the next time you open that document. So again, just more flexibility in document creation and better handling for users. So just a little bit friendlier process when you add documents to do exactly what you want, so you won't have to add it and then close it and then go retrieve it, things like that. The open items list report has also been enhanced so that the open items list report includes more document information. So you can now see things like the owner, the sales employee, buyer, the remarks, approved by, created by, who the contact person is at the company, payment terms, the business partner project, if there is one, and any UDFs in document headers. So some of those are really helpful, and you can see here on the screen, you actually have form settings available for the items list, and you can choose all of those fields or just a few of those fields, whatever is appropriate for what you're trying to find. So this report offers the possibility to close and cancel multiple documents at the same time, of course. And it's supported for sales quotations, sales orders, purchase requests, purchase quotations, and purchase orders. In the report, multiple return requests and goods return request documents can be closed, right, at the same time. So again, more functionality and making the user's life easier. So just easier handling due to more document options and information in one report that's really an operational report. Some things about sales, purchasing, and service here. So again, some other features that have been asked for a long time and will make everyone's life easier. The ability to edit user-defined fields, UDFs, in document rows after the document was added or after the document was closed. So there's a new setting in the document settings called allow update of user-defined fields when document rows are not editable, right? So when the document, once the document is added or closed, the normal Business One fields cannot be edited. But now, user-defined fields may be edited after the fact, and that is something that a lot of people have wanted to do. There are new authorization controls as well, which control the user's ability to edit those UDFs on marketing document rows. So be sure to check those out so that, you know, some people can edit those UDFs, but not everyone. You can also display the business partner address UDF with marketing document user address fields, right? User-defined fields in the address. So the address UDFs can be viewed and updated. Right? So those UDFs are important that you've created some unique information in the address component, and it can be edited also. So in the logistics tab in all the marketing documents, it can be edited. And the address component window on the business partner tab of service calls, it can also be edited. And in the address format setup window. So all of these functions that have been added to sales, purchasing, and service are really conveniences, but you might have thought they should have been there in the first place. Some additional things. If you use quick codes, quick response codes, you can create them on print layouts of marketing documents. There's a new field, create QR code from, and it's available in the accounting tab of all marketing documents. There's also an API service and a free open source library that's available for partners to create QR codes from. And so they can check that out for you. And you can add multiple business partners to one equipment card. This is pretty important. If you do use equipment cards and you sell to a distributor network, for instance, the distributor sells it to an end user. The product could still be under warranty, but the customer, the end customer, actually sends the equipment back to you for repair. You can now register that customer and attach them to the equipment card for that particular product also. So this is, again, something that's been asked for a long time and has finally come about. So that's always helpful. And updating of a group number. The group number on purchase quotations can be changed to the next sequential number in the predefined series. So you can change the group number and put a purchase document or quotation into a different group if you want to. So here's today's brief demo about some of the new enhancements, a couple of them at least, in sales and purchasing enhancements.
SAP Business One 10.0 Sales and Purchasing Enhancements. We would like to introduce a couple of enhancements in sales and purchasing. The possibility to hide blank lines in addresses and the backorder report enhancements. In marketing documents, in the ship to and bill to address fields, empty address lines are showing. by setting the new checkbox in the address format setup, hide empty address lines. Empty lines will be hidden in the system and in printed documents to make it easier to read. When adding an information into the empty hidden line, this line appears in the document. All AR reserve invoices are now shown in the backorder report. The field AR reserve invoice payment status displays the payment status not paid, partially paid, and fully paid to have a better visibility in the report. Just filter the table easily by this field to have, for example, the fully paid documents only. Thank you.
Well, that was our very brief presentation today about some of the new features being added to sales, purchasing, and service. Helpful, all of them, to make your life easier as an SAP Business One user. I did get one question today, and it's really just someone asking me, what cautions would you give us about updating to version 10, patch level 1, or patch level 2? Well, my general philosophy is probably the best thing for me to share with you, and that is that version 10 is the start of a brand new family for SAP Business One. We had many years ago the 8 family, and then the 9 family, and now we have the 10 family, and we are in version 10.0. We will probably see 10.1, 10.2, maybe even 10.3 as other members of the family. Typically, the first version that's released has a lot of changes in it and sets the stage and has all of the architecture planned out, or much of it, for the next 2 or 3 members of the family. So it has the most changes in some respects. Now, previously, we have found over time that that first member of the family has a tendency to be the most problematic. And once we get into the second and third members of the family, we don't have nearly as many challenges because they've been worked out, by the developers as more and more people have adopted the new family product. So I don't want to at all discourage you from moving quickly to upgrade to version 10.0, patch level 1, maybe patch level 2, which has been released and is being vetted currently. And you've seen some of the changes that are in patch level 2 as we've gone through the last 2 or 3 weeks. And we will in the next couple of few weeks also look at more changes. But you want to do so with caution, right? Just with caution and care, and be sure that you work with your partner Vision 33 to be sure that you're a good candidate and you understand all of the risks. Personally, I would sort of build my schedule so that I wait until the second member of the family. It's just the way that I've kind of thought about it through the years, is that I want to keep up to date and be aware of all the things that are happening in the first release of the family. But I kind of like to wait until the second one and then upgrade to the second one as quickly as I can. And that's important because you want to keep your maintenance up to date, and so that the product you're using is in the active maintenance window as much as is possible. It doesn't mean it's not supported. It just means that there are no changes being made to it if it slips out of that window. And that might be okay for a few months while you wait for the patch level or the release number that you're really looking for. So in any case, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks with another installment about what's new in SAP Business One version 10. And we'll see you then. Take care. See you once more on Wednesday Web Chat.